Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
This
barakatuh.
is question regarding Ramadan and fast. Ladies who are menstruating, they are not able to have all the fast in the month of Ramadan, so they have to qala. But for example, I started my fast a day earlier than Bombay because I started from Madras. So can that be considered for one extra fast can be calculated in the qada? Or I know a friend who started from here and went to a part of Tamil Nadu where there is conflicting of two fasts. They did only 28 and celebrated Eid. So does he has to do two more kalas or can you explain about that?
Sister, the fast that you start in the month of Ramadan, whichever part of the world you're in, you start along with the Jama of that area. So if you're in Saudi Arabia, Ramadan start from there, you can start from there. When it comes here, you end here. But if it becomes more than the required, for example, previously, normally 2 days earlier they used to start. If I'm in Saudi Arabia, I start 2 days earlier and then come to Bombay. And then if I end with Bombayites, then in the end I fast 32. So then the option is given to me, they cannot be more than 30 days, either 29 or 30 days. So if it comes to more than 30, the last 2 fasts of Bombay, I can either keep or I can keep as nafil extra fast. That cannot be fard fast. Similarly, if you start in Bombay and then end in Saudi, so I start 2 days late, and it's 2 fast I'm keeping less, 28 days. So that I have to make qaza after Ramadan. So what you have missed, but you can't make qaza before. You can't make qada before. So I haven't heard of making qada before. So that's not right. So if you have missed the fast during the menstruation, you have to keep it after Ramadan. You can't keep it before. The before fast, optional fast, unless it is part and parcel. If you go back to Saudi Arabia before Ramadan ends, so that becomes part of the fard roza you have kept. But you can't do qada before. But if suppose there's a problem, like the moon has been sighted and you start in Saudi, maybe 1 day earlier, and you come here, and suppose the moon, they decide, okay, fine, we started Ramadan 1 day late. And Ramadan of that time was only 28 days. So the Muslims of Bombay, after Eid is over, they have to fast 1 day extra. Now, because I started 1 day earlier being in Saudi Arabia, I need not keep that qada roza. Is it clear? Because I started 1 day earlier. But you cannot say that I'm going to fast the advanced fast and count it as a qada. That cannot be acted as a qada. That's what you started. But one thing is there, sister. Now, because you started in Saudi Arabia 1 day earlier, that is part of your Ramadan. So if there are 30 days, in Saudi Arabia 30 days, and in Bombay 30 days, and if you start 1 day earlier, and then in Bombay if you miss 5 days, so actually the last 1 day that you're keeping in Bombay is extra roza. So that can be counted as a qada roza. Do you understand? Means you start suppose 2 days early in Saudi Arabia, and 30 days was the month of Ramadan in Saudi Arabia. You come here and you continue. And in between you miss about 6 fasts because of your cycles. But you are supposed to end on 30. Now 2 options you have got. The last 2 fasts of Bombay you don't keep. Or you keep those 2 fasts as qada. So that can be acted as qada. Is it clear? So finally if the Bombayites have maintained 30 days. But if there it is 30 days, here 29, so at least 30 you have to keep. So 30 you can keep. If it's more than 30, then that can be counted in the extra fast and can be included that you have to do qada less. So that's not an early qada. You started on time with Saudi Arabia. But if you say that being in Bombay, if I start 2 days earlier, that cannot be counted as qada. Because if you're in Saudi Arabia and you start along with the Jama there, that can be counted as a fard roza. But the last 2 rozas that you keep, if it is more than 30, that can be counted as excess roza. And that can be counted in the qada roza. Hope that answers the question, sister.
We have 28, should we fast 29?
Yes, in a lunar month, Islamic month, it can't be 28 days. Either 29 or 30. So if it's 28 days, we come to know that we started 1 day late. You have to keep. But if we see the moon, like this, Eid moon, we say, oh, the moon was a bit big. It should have been, it's actually a 2nd day moon. It should have been 30 days. We kept 29. So that's nothing of qada for that. If you keep 29, even if you come to know you started 1 day late, then nothing, no requirement of qada. Because you didn't see the moon. To start Ramadan, you have to see the moon. But then we realize at the end of the month, that 28 days we see the new moon. It can't be possible. So it's a confirmed fact that we started 1 day late, then we have to keep qada. You understand? Because there's a hadith of the Prophet that when the Sahaba started the Ramadan, he saw that, okay, this is the moon of the 2nd day. So Prophet said, don't think like that. Maybe Allah made it much more. You can say fatter. So you don't have that doubt in your heart that we started Ramadan late. You think we started on time, maybe Allah made it bigger. And one more thing, that if you miss the new moon, just by few minutes, the next day moon will look like a 2 days moon. I mean, that's but logic. with the new moon came. But because of the sun was present, you could not see the new moon. And you can't see it. And scientifically with the telescope also you can't see. So if you just miss it by a couple of minutes, the next day moon will be like a 2 days moon. So people who think, oh, no, this is a 2 days moon, we start 1 day late, all these are their own hypotheses, they don't know science very well. So if you miss the new moon, even by a few minutes, you cannot see it. The next day moon will be a 2 days moon. So all these are hypotheses. Hope that answers the question, sister.